Hey guys, my name's Aaron Massey, and I just bought this house you see behind me, and quite frankly, I hate it. And before you say, well, why would you buy something that you hate? Well, sure, there are things about it that I hate, but there's also things about it that I love. There's a lot wrong with it. There is a lot that needs to be updated. There's a lot that needs to be fixed. There's a lot that just cosmetically, for me, I want to see differently. So as a first-time home buyer, and somebody who has a little bit of experience doing some construction and remodeling and just kind of being a DIY guy, I wanted to showcase my journey as I go about turning this house from something that I hate into something that I love. And quite honestly, I don't really even know what we're gonna face. Every house is a little bit different, but I'm gonna do it one step at a time, and hopefully you guys will stick around and follow my journey as I transform this house. You wouldn't know that we're just outside of LA because of how quiet it is up here. Part of the reason why I really like it up here, except for late at night. I was out here bringing my dog out last night and there was a ton of coyotes. I mean, they were just howling like crazy. It sounded like they were right on top of us. But we're pretty well fenced in here, so I'm not too worried about it. And if they do come in, it's not a big deal. But it is a little spooky at night when the coyotes are howling. So what I'm doing tonight is I'm working on installing some new bulbs for some of the motion lights that are around, and then looking around for some other areas where I might want to install some motion lights. I'm standing in the front yard right now, and the house is behind me here, although you can't really see it too well because there's no motion lights. It's not lit up at all. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and changed up the bulbs kind of in there's a couple motion lights by the side door and by the garage as you come in. So I've changed those out. I came home late from work tonight, so it was really dark when I got here. So I changed those out, and luckily those fixtures still work. So now at least when I pull up into the driveway along the side of the house, I can actually see what I'm doing to put my key in the door. So that's a bonus. That's something that's still working. Project number one off the bucket list of a million projects. This house has a million projects. It's part of the reason why I wanted it, because I obviously enjoy doing this type of stuff. So I just took a cold shower, which was exhilarating. So the gas company was supposed to come out and turn the gas on for the house a couple days before we took possession, but for whatever reason they couldn't get into the lockbox, or something happened and we weren't here obviously, so they never turned the gas on. So when we called to talk to them about it, they said they couldn't get into the house, they couldn't turn the gas on, so we had to reschedule an appointment for them to come out and turn the gas on. And unfortunately they said that the earliest they could come out was 2.5 weeks from when we called, which was about a week and a half ago. So we are without gas for the better part of the first week that we're here, which means that we're cooking a lot in the microwave and taking cold showers, which normally isn't so bad because it's hot out right now, but early in the morning it's a little chilly. I just can't believe that they can't get somebody out here for 2.5 weeks from the time they called just to turn the gas on. But, you know, LA is really good with their money and super efficient about everything. So, you know, that's probably the earliest they could make it for real, I imagine. Bailey and I are about to talk about what we're going to do this weekend. We've got a long weekend this weekend, so we're trying to figure out what our plan of attack is going to be as far as what we're going to try and get done and stuff. We're in the living room right now, which is one of the a lesser workloads, I guess I would say, in terms of what needs to be done in here.
It's not a complete disaster.
It's not a complete disaster at the moment. We've got a little piano here. We've got some nice flooring. This is one of the rooms that we actually kind of sold us on the house. It's got a high vaulted ceiling. It's got nice hardwood floors.
It's gonna have my library right there.
Yeah. We've got a nice fireplace and mantle and all that stuff. All right, so organize the garage. clear that stone pile and the brush, and
Wait till you see this freaking pile.
move whatever into the dumpster. Sprinkler valves, pick up rest of the garbage, or at least more of the garbage around the house. Do all the work in the living room, ground the outlets, put the TV up. Yeah, I mean that's a full weekend by itself.
Oh boy, here we go.
I am currently working on doing a 3D model of the house. This is a pretty cool tool. This is Google SketchUp, but I've never used it before. So it's not too difficult, but I wanted to do this primarily so that I have plans laid out for what I want to do with the house, and also so that I can utilize this model. Once I have it, I can export it and use it as a 3D model inside After Effects, which I use all the time. And I can kind of maneuver around the house and hopefully illustrate to you guys a little bit better what I'm currently working on, whatever project I'm currently doing and what area of the house that is. I thought this would be a cool thing to do, and also I wanted to try it. And so far it's really cool. It's really fun, different. It's taken a little bit of a learning curve. It's taken me a little bit longer to do than I would like, but it's I think it'll be worth it in the long run. It's just gonna take a while to kind of finesse it and get it exactly where I want it to be. And everything in the rendering that I'm doing is to scale. I'm actually using the measurements, walking around the house with my tape measure and measuring all the rooms and putting the measurements into Google SketchUp as I draw each line and that kind of stuff. So everything is accurate within a fraction here and there, but it's almost dead on. We've officially had the house for a week. We've spent the last couple days this weekend just doing a ton of stuff around the house, and a lot of little projects, some big projects. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update because we haven't been able to shoot a lot of stuff because we've been so busy. But we got a dumpster. We had a dumpster delivered, and as you can see, we've spent the last couple days. So we've thrown a ton of stuff away. We've done a lot of work here, just kind of cleaning off. This fence is getting overgrown and that kind of stuff. So we cleared all this out, tried to make some headway on this giant rock pile here that's been buried into some weeds and all that kind of junk. So we're trying to get rid of all this stuff. And then I trimmed back that tree a little bit so you can actually get underneath it. As you can see, all those ones over there, they're still all overgrown. So trim some of that stuff back. What else have we done? Man, it's been a busy couple days. I've been going pretty nonstop, so I'm pretty exhausted. There was old chain link fence down there. You can still kind of see. You can see the posts are still there. But we went through and we took down the chain link. We're going to get rid of that. Scrapyard or whatever, if somebody needs it. And then a lot of the other stuff, man, it's just been going around cleaning up the junk. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. You accrue a ton of stuff, I guess, after, you live at a house for a long time. And a big place like this kind of gets away from you. So there's just a lot of cleaning up, just kind of getting it to a clean slate so then we can kind of clearly see how everything is and then make the best plan of attack going from there. But one thing I will say, and I told this to Bailey as a mandatory improvement for the house, we have to have a pool because it's so damn hot here. It's crazy hot. I can't believe how hot it is during the day. And I had the AC set on in the house at 84 today, and it felt like a dream compared to being outside in the sun. So a pool is a necessity. I also met our neighbors who are awesome. We had a good time the other night. I had too much fun, and then I was really hurting yesterday and I couldn't do a lot of work, and poor Bailey had to make up for my slack because I was struggling. And so that happens. Here's another project we kind of started yesterday. I guess it was yesterday morning, or I forget. The days all get crazy now. But it kind of made a little bit of room in the garage. Started putting my tools away. Started organizing some things. gave us a little bit of space to work because it drives me nuts when I can't find my tools, and had everything in boxes and bags, and then we go to do a project or something and I don't know where my tools are. It drives me crazy. So we started to organize the garage, didn't get as far as I wanted to, but this I can do, at night, over the week, and that kind of stuff, just slowly kind of get it to where I want it to be. But for now, it's okay. Eventually, I want this place to be a pretty sweet wood shop where I can do some of the projects, some of the tables and that kind of stuff that I have in mind. And then maybe some gifts and some stuff for other people and some commission projects and that kind of stuff. But we wanted to spend a little bit of time this weekend to get the living room kind of up to par. It's one of the rooms that we really liked initially, so there's not a ton of stuff we want to do right at the moment. But we put a color paint on the wall, and it's hard to tell right now, but how would you describe it? It's like it's a super light green. It's almost like it's like a green white. So we put it on the walls, and then Bailey had a great time trying to get this built-in stripped, and a lot of the stuff in the house has a high gloss paint finish on it, and it can be tough to paint over if you don't sand it really well, or if you don't clean it and get it all prepped properly and all that stuff. So we were seeing just what it would take to just put a little stripper on it to see if we cut through and see what it would look like, but that turned into a bigger headache than it was worth. So now we're just kind of doing the sanding and all that kind of stuff to do the trim work. So as you can see, she's taping the trim right now, and we're going to paint all the trim white to match the baseboards. The baseboards are primed white right now, but they're not painted. So I'm doing some installation, finishing up the night, doing some installs of the baseboard moldings, and Bailey is taping stuff up so we can get some paint on the windows. Anyway, so that's where we're at for now. Week one, end of week one status update. I think we've gotten a lot done. Obviously, there's a lot more to do, but we'll keep plugging away at it. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think so far. Let us know if there's anything you want to see more of, less of, anything in between. We're trying to figure this out as we go a little bit, how we can bring you along on our journey. So let us know what you'd like to see and what kind of things you want to hear from us. That's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for next time, and until then, we'll see you later.